Hello everyone, welcome to another Mini of the Month podcast. I'm your Aussie admin, Almondale, also known as Ed to most people, and I've got...
AwesomeArtfreak, Emma is my proper name.
And of course Emma's one of our fantastic mods from the US, who only joined us, I was going to say recently, but it's nearly been a year already, I think, since she started helping. Yeah, which is awesome. So we're just going to jump straight into it because poor Em is up at almost 1 a.m. and it's only 8 p.m. for me on the next day because time zones are messed up. So we had in the first week of January our only Swedish admin Spexy. I don't know if Lilith is still technically Swedish because she has defected to Norway, but we'll get into that when it's her week a couple of weeks after this. So Spexy chose for his honourable mention Andrew Oryx and this wonderful Tyrannosaurus. What are your thoughts, Em?
I like the colors. Like I said, the green is definitely different. You see most dinosaurs done in either really spastic colors or like browns. So, every dinosaur I've done has been brown. So, yeah.
I can't say much. The only dinosaurs I've done are turquoise.
I did like his big old bust from Archvillain Games once, and then my brother's Bard, he loves to turn into dinosaurs, especially T-Rexes.
No, I love it. I think not enough dinosaurs. I actually have a Triceratops bust I need to do now. But yeah, loving this. This is great. So well done, Andrew Oryx. But for his mini of the week, Spexy chose this fantastic dwarf. Wow. I love it.
Yeah, I love the colors, and then you have the contrast with the warm browns with those greens, and then just that little bit of OSL popping out over the side there on his face.
Yeah,
really
well
nice.
done. Well done, Chakalopic. This is really, I love the different colours chosen, and the oranges and greens just contrast really nicely. And he's done a good job of, there's enough OSL from the brazier, but it's not dominating the model. Mm-hmm. It's just, he's made sure there's enough colour and vibrancy, and like all the values of the lower parts are still there without it dominating everything. So I think that's quite good. So, well done. Spexy chose well, I think. And then the week after that, we have our other USM. And M chose, for an honourable mention, this fantastic model by Alps Minis, which, wow, what a paint job.
Yeah, I really like the contrast between like the lighter blues of like the steels with the oranges there.
It's funny enough, actually, it's another good example of OSL.
Yeah.
Not dominating, but just adding enough. And really makes it interesting. And don't see blue on many orcs either, which I quite like. I know it's sort of a bluey armory NMME type thing, but still I think it contrasts really nicely. I mean, obviously you've got your whole orange and blue complementary colours thing going on, which is why it does pop really, really well. But it also just breaks up the shape of the steed that he's riding, because otherwise it'd just be a lot of browns and oranges going on, and I think it just adds enough to really break things up, which is really cool. But that's only the honourable mention. The winner of the week was this stunning wizard.
This one's another honourable mention.
Oh, it is. Oh, I beg your pardon, this one is too. Sorry, Ex Libris. Still a beautiful wizard. I love the birds on this one. The colours are fantastic.
Yeah, they're really pretty. And they contrast just enough. And then, like, it looks like he painted them to look like the magic that's coming off his staff.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. So.
Yeah. I love a spectral animal to go with any sort of magic user. But I love those orange robes. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Really nice, vibrant. And the base is really lovely too. Spent a lot of time really, getting all the wood looking really nice, and then all of the foliage around it really well done.
Yeah, and I just noticed the rim looks like a barrel top. With the
with the studs.
Too.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, very, very cool. Big pun. That was another honourable mention. And then this one, I believe, is
that
the
one's
mini.
the winner.
Yeah, which is Le Castreur Painting Studio. Really well done on this one. All that gold is not metallic, and once you realise that, it's like, oh my gosh. What a job.
I stared at it for a little bit when I was saving the photos, and I'm like, is that non-metallic or not?
Yeah, just the really done a good job of the volumes on this, the shape of those, the almost like tabards. It's where a tabard would be. Those tabard armor plates just really nailed the directional lighting for it. Emphasizes the shape nicely. And as well, like you look at the bottom of the staff there, and there's just a nice bit of weathering thrown in to break things up. Really, really, really well done. And the third week of January was judged by our good friend HMSF Jenkins, also known as Stefan. So Stefan chose this wonderful little Gretchen. I couldn't remember the name before him, but it's the original name, second ed 40k and third ed as well, was a Gretchen, now known as Grotz. And this one was done by Dear Paulson, also known as Al Wood. And I think it's fantastic. I love old school Gretchen models.
Yeah, I like the colors that he put on the eggs. They're like sticking out enough to notice them, but not enough to like overwhelm the.
They're little mushrooms.
Oh, they're mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I thought they were eggs because like that's just how they look.
They do look a bit like eggs, don't they? And then you actually notice it. Hang on, they're hanging off the ground.
Yeah.
I also looked at Al's post. It does say they're mushrooms. So, yeah.
And then I like how the skull on the helmet pops out, even with all the metal there. There's just enough of that rust effect to make it like, yeah, he shines the skull, and that's about all he shines.
Yeah. No, I do like the weathering's fantastic on this. It looks really good. Yeah. No, great job by Al. Well done. A worthy honorary mention. But the winner of that week was Deratil's fantastic Moonstone. What would you call it? Blimp, hot air balloon, poor squig. But yeah, fantastic job on this one as well. What do you think, Em? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I like this. It kind of reminds me of that scene in Shrek where Fiona blows up the snake and the frog. It's kind of the same vibes, except this is meant to carry people and not just balloons for an ogre.
And gotta love the bloodshot eyes as well. As the poor thing's clearly under enormous pressure. And the dwarf in the cupola underneath with a cup of tea.
Yeah.
If we zoom in, we can see the little teacup there.
He's chilling out.
Yeah.
Got his tea, ready to go.
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah, very amusing. And yeah, a worthy winner. So thank you very much for picking those ones, Stefan. And then the final week of the year was Lilith, who is, as mentioned before, has defected to Norway. So I'm not sure if we're calling her a Swedish or a Norwegian mod these days, but regardless, she chose this one again by Al. And this was, thanks Em for looking up Al's post on this. This was a World War I Austin armoured car, and it's set here, being in Ireland, most likely during the Irish-British war back in the 20s, the uprising. But a very cool scene and great use of weathering to make the vehicle stand out here.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also nice to see like someone share some historical models, because then you actually get to see vehicles. Like, I didn't know this was a vehicle. Like,
yeah.
Like,
well, so yeah, it's definitely giving me vibes from Tintin. Was it The Blue Lotus? Was the comic? It was one of the very, very early Tintin ones, and he visits China, and there's part of it is occupied by the Japanese, and they have an armoured car which is a bit similar to this, is that really early sort of 1910s, 1920s style automobile with an armoured turret strapped to the back, or two in this case.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool vibes from this. I think it was a great job. And the winner, and the worthy winner of this one, was done by Harvey Dormer, and this is a stunning model.
Yeah, I like the model itself. It's super simple, but not so simple to like not have any detail, and the way it's painted is so soft.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. And
if you zoom in, you see the way he's on the lighting here. And just, it's not just a brown leaf or shoulder pad fabric. There's like beautiful combination of greens and browns and sort of, even some sort of reddy browns in the real base tones. It's just such beautiful variation.
Yeah.
I love the base too.
Yeah, it really suits her. It gives the vibe of her being out in the forest doing her thing.
And how good is the light as well in the background? It really emphasises where the light's coming from, and you you can definitely see it stand out of the model even more with that happening in the background. So yeah, fantastic job. Really, really, really great entries again for January, and hopefully we'll see even more come Feb. We've done, how many now? We've done most of them, I think, because we're already at the 15th of Feb, so we'll have another one in a couple of days. It's Saturday here, Saturday morning for you, Em, Saturday night for me.
Yeah.
I say morning, it's 1 a.m, right?
Yeah.
20 past 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, we'd like to say thank you very much for everyone who posts up their work. It takes guts, and that's why before I had children I would always try and compliment as many people as possible on them getting their work up, because, you know, I think everyone should be really proud of putting in the effort to paint their man dollies, and I just love to see everyone's work, so thank you again for everyone posting their stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Too easy. Any last words, Em, before we sign off?
No, like, thank you everybody for sharing their work, like Ed said. And yeah, just
that's it.
Yeah.
Big hugs, everyone. Apologies for the weird background. I've got lots of things being packed away. For those who don't know, I'm moving soon, so my man cave is being stripped down and repainted. But yeah, hopefully I'll be painting and joining in more often once I've moved. And as always, a big thank you to the Squidmark community. Lots of love, everyone. We'll see you next time. Take care.